Next up, a phrase that's essential for starting conversations. How are you? In Korean is Aoteoge Jineseo. It's a great way to show interest in someone's well-being. And to respond to that, you'll need I'm fine, which in Korean is Hyaljinayo. It's a simple yet effective way to let someone know you're doing well. Now, let's learn how to ask someone, what's your name? In Korean, you say Ireumi Moyeo. To respond, you can say my name is, which in Korean is J Iriumun. And when you meet someone for the first time, it's polite to say nice to meet you. In Korean, that's Manaseo Bangapsiumnida. And now we come to one of the most beautiful phrases in any language. I love you in Korean is saranghayo. It's a heartfelt way to express your affection to someone special. So, if you want to tell someone you love them, just say saranghayo. In times of need, knowing how to ask for help is crucial. In Korean, you would say dawajuseyo. It's a simple yet powerful word that can make a big difference when you need assistance. Remember, dawajuseyo means help. Finally, a very practical question that you'll likely need to ask at some point. Where's the bathroom? In Korean, you would say hwajangsil eodieyo. It's always good to know this phrase when you're out and about. So, hwajangsil eodieyo means, where is the bathroom? Alright, moving on to our next phrase, how much is this? In Korean, you would say ijeo ilmayeo. It's a handy question for shopping or when you're curious about the price of something. So remember, ijeo ilmayeo. Next up, we have the word for water. In Korean, it's mol. Simple and essential, right? So when you need to ask for water, just say mol. And now, let's talk about food. The Korean word for food is yumsik. Whether you're dining out or cooking at home, yumsik is a word you'll use often. So keep that in mind, yumsik. Here's a word that will come in handy at any meal. Delicious in Korean is masisioyo. It's a great way to compliment the chef or the food you're enjoying. So next time you're savoring a tasty dish, don't forget to say masisioyo. When your stomach starts to growl, you can let people know you're hungry by saying begopa. It's a simple and useful phrase that lets everyone know it's time to eat. Remember, begopa means I'm hungry. And if you need something to drink, you can say makmaleo. This phrase means I'm thirsty. Whether you're asking for water, tea, or any other beverage, makmaleo will help you quench your thirst. Alright, so next up we have, where's the subway? In Korean, you would say jihacheol yodieyo. Now let's move on to asking where's the bus stop. The Korean phrase for this is beosu jangryujang yodieyo. Finally, we have the word for left. In Korean, it's oenjak. Alright, next up we have the word for right in Korean, which is orenjak. Remember, orenjak means right. Moving on, let's learn how to say straight in Korean. The word is jikjin. So when you want to go straight, you say jikjin. Finally, we have the word for stop, which is jumon. If you need to stop, just say jumon. Next up, we have taxi, which in Korean is taexi. It's pretty similar, right? Moving on, the word for train in Korean is gicha, another useful word for your travels. And finally, airplane is bihangi in Korean. Now you're ready to navigate through different modes of transportation. Alright, let's move on to the next word. The Korean word for hotel is hotel. It's quite similar to the English word, isn't it? Now, the Korean word for hospital is byungwon. It's important to know this one, just in case you ever need medical assistance while you're in Korea. And finally, the word for pharmacy in Korean is yakuk. This is the place you'll go to get your medications. So remember, yakuk for pharmacy. Up next, we have police station, which in Korean is Jongchalseo. Following that, we have fire station, known as Sobangseo in Korean. And lastly, we have embassy, which is Daesagwan in Korean. The word for bank in Korean is yunhang. So, if you ever need to find a bank while you're in Korea, just remember to say yunhang. Next up, we have post office. In Korean, it's called uchiguk. Whether you're sending a letter or a package, uchiguk is the place to go. And finally, we come to the word for market, which is sijang. If you're looking to explore local goods and fresh produce, just head to the nearest sijang. Alright, let's move on to our next word. The Korean word for store is gauge. It's a very useful term to know, especially when you're out shopping or looking for a place to buy something. So remember, gauge means store. Now let's talk about another important word. The Korean word for restaurant is sikdang. If you're planning to dine out, this is the word you'll need. So, once again, sikdang means restaurant. Finally, let's cover a word that many of us love. The Korean word for coffee shop is kyopisyop. Whether you're meeting friends or just grabbing a coffee, this word will definitely come in handy. So, kyopisyop means coffee shop. Up next, we have bar in Korean, which is suljip. It's a place where people gather to enjoy drinks and socialize. Now let's move on to park, which is gongwon in Korean. Parks are great for relaxing walks, picnics, and spending time outdoors. Finally, we have museum, known as Bangmulgwan in Korean. Museums are wonderful places to explore history, art, and culture. Next up, we have the word for library. In Korean, it's dosyagwan. That's dosyagwan for library. Moving on, let's learn the word for movie theater. In Korean, it's yongwagwan. So, yongwagwan means movie theater. Finally, we have the word for beach. In Korean, you say haebyeon. That's haebyeon for beach. Next on our list is mountain, which is san in Korean. Moving on, we have river, translated to gang in Korean. Now let's learn the word for lake. In Korean, it's hosu. Finally, we have sea, which is bada in Korean.